Okay, so I completed my analysis paralysis. So Twitch as an industry, when it comes to streaming, computer, playing games, whatever, is absolutely tiny, right? So according to my calculations, it's if you want to be a streamer, and if you're the only streamer in the world and everybody watches you, the maximum you can make is 42 million per year, approximately, right? And I did this analysis. So in here I did my this guy Disguised Toast. He revealed how much money he makes. So he is a top 10 streamer of all time. I mean, this guy has his channel alone is 3.38 million on YouTube. All right, so he makes 20,000 only. I repeat this, only 20,000 per month. Now you say 20,000 per month is a lot of money. No, it's not. Right? It's not a lot of money. A typical good salesperson with a standard investment strategy, or a developer, right, who has been doing development and investing for 15 years, will out earn a top 10 Twitch streamer. Easy peasy, easy peasy, right? And you have to understand this is in dollars. I live in euros, right? So to me, this is like 16,000 euro, right? My salary at some point in time, like when I was doing sales, was 18,000 per month, right? So I would out earn a top 10 streamer. And I mean, I'm I'm no like elite super legend. You know what I mean? Like I work hard, yeah, I do. I work like 7 days a week, not always, but I do work a lot of hours. But I mean, you see, you have to understand that like I am in a general pack. I would be maybe top 10% of population, possibly top 5. But we're talking about top 10 streamer of all time. This is like 0.0001% of entire population. And he still earns almost the same amount as I do. That means that something wrong with the industry, right? So I looked at the industry size, and yeah, it's very small. On average, if you're a streamer, you can expect about $359 per year as an income. All right, so this is very, very small. That's like $1 per day, approximately. Convert that to euros, that's like 80 cents per day. Very, very small. And then so I thought to myself, if my analysis is correct, then Twitch as a platform should be a tiny portion of Amazon income because Amazon owns Twitch. So I did analysis, and yeah, Twitch is actually 0.1% of Amazon's income, right? If you look at monthly fools in here, you see that would account for 0.1% of revenue or of last year. So I was just trying to understand how much money does Twitch make for Amazon. And if you look at key takeaway in here, they say for now Twitch's ecosystem play instead of revenue play for Amazon, right? So Amazon doesn't give a damn about Twitch. But they say if it retains as top star and gradually expands its audience, you see, so this article was written middle of last year, so 2020, right? And in 2020, middle of last year, they do not consider Twitch to be a big platform. Despite you have the ninjas, despite you have other people, it's absolutely tiny. You have to understand it's tiny, right? And they're saying if it grows its audience, right, it could become a heavyweight. So right now it's so if you're considering career as a streamer, you have to understand you are entering into a market that is absolutely tiny. I mean, we're talking about maximum income 42 million. A market that is 42 million is tiny. It's very, very small. And given how many barriers to entry there are in streaming, anybody can become a streamer. You have to understand, I can take this, right? I can take this. I can turn it on, and now you're competing with me for streaming. Like if you don't believe me, right? If you don't believe me, just go to, let's say, look, just chatting, half a million viewers, right? I mean, there are people streaming everything, right? Absolutely everything. You're talking down to, look, there's a person streaming, they're waking up in the morning and they're in bed and they're still streaming it, right? Look, if you go down, like really, 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 really down, you'll see like almost anything you can possibly imagine. People streaming themselves watching Simpsons, right? Like, apps, there's a lady doing painting, right? A lady doing kayaking, she's also streaming. Okay, a dude building some kind of DIY stuff, right? Two people eating a burger and they are streaming it as well. All right. Like when I worked in Google on YouTube, right? Um, YouTube thing, there were people streaming their washing machine, washing their clothing, right? Because you have to understand that you can, I can enter into the market by just clicking a button. Boom, that's it. I'm in the market, right? I can stream anything. I can stream a cat dancing towards some kind of music, right? Absolutely anything. Look, there is a stream of a rain in here. It's like a tree and it has rain, and somebody is actually streaming this right now. Okay, why is that significant? I also try to understand, okay, so if you were to enter this tiny industry, which has 42 million, right, and you want to make an income of about like a million, so my target for my life is income of over a million per year, right? So I'm thinking to myself, right, how do I become like Ninja? How do I become like the top streamers? How do I become like Pokimane? I think she's a top streamer. Shroud, I think, is another one, right? And then I started looking, okay, is there a formula? Is there a formula? Right? And you will look that there is no actual formula. You enter into a market where results are completely random. Completely random. Because I'll tell you why, right? I'll tell you why. There is, look, you see this? It's basically a tree, camera on a tree that has rain, and that's it. And this has the same viewers as this guy here, Diana, I think, something. Diana, as Diana and A. That's the guy here. Okay. So this guy, right? He is the top 5 player in North America for the most popular game, which is League of Legends, right? And he makes the same views as a guy who is has a camera and the camera showing a tree that has rain. All right. So look, this girl is very attractive, right? She has 45 views. This girl is also quite attractive. She has 45 views, right? I mean, she is very good looking girl. Like this is like 10 out of 10, 100%, right? This girl is also 10 out of 10. She's very attractive, right? Look at the views, 45 views. Now, we look at this girl here. Um, where was she? She's like a prime example that I use for how Twitch is just completely random. Where is she? Kaling or something, I think her name is, right? No, I'll just find her like this. Um, yeah, there she is. Look. You see, if you look at her stream, I mean, she is doing Like, absolutely nothing. Literally absolutely nothing. Right? Let's look at her like recent videos, right? So I mean, she had a video today. I think she literally just, yeah, well, that's kind of her style of streaming. She just basically sits and just talks, and that's it, right? And I mean, you cannot argue that she's like better looking than those girls, right? You cannot argue. Or like this girl here. I think you cannot. Yeah, you have to be a subscriber. So you see, like I went through, because when I watch streams, they kind of sometimes talk about what it takes to be a successful streamer, and I wrote every single one of them down. So, for example, you have to be good looking to be a streamer. That is not true. Absolutely, 100% not true. Because look, you see these girls, like they are very, very attractive, right? And I mean, there are guys I've seen in here that are like super, 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 super models, and they have barely any views. So like, do you know what I mean? If you compare this guy, like Asam Gold, I mean, this guy looks like a serial killer. No offense to him. I mean, he has a lot of followers, but he legit looks like a serial killer. There are guys who are by far more entertaining than him, and they're not making anything, right? Look, like 28 views. Seriously. So you see, if you go through this whole process, I mean, look, this guy is, I think he's okay looking, right? Yeah, decent looking guy. Okay, let's put this in here. I'll put them actually a score so we can relate to them. I'll give them maybe this guy 9, alright? Okay, so if you're good looking and you're saying to yourself, you know what, good looking people make a lot of money on Twitch, this is not true, right? This is not true. Another thing, you have to have a camera to be good at streaming. And I mean, I found a lot of streamers that do not have a camera and they have like a lot of followers. So there are a lot of examples. All right, these are 3. Like this guy Anomaly, he has like 6,000 views per stream. That's crazy, right? That's crazy amount for a person with no camera, and he's not particularly entertaining. Absolutely crazy amount. Now we can also think about reverse. Reverse is true, right? So this guy, this lady, they do have a camera, and they don't have viewers, right? So that's RNG. So if you're thinking, does the camera help? No, no effect, right? Next one. You have to be entertaining to be good at streaming, right? Again, I found a lot of channels that are entertaining and they don't make any, they don't have any viewers, right? Well, let's actually listen to some. Let's see what are they talking about.
It's like usually Terran players really look impressive in the early to mid game with their drops and their build order choices and just we think of micro and small scale engagements. But Koss is like,
thank you, Acrylic. I think if Moth is still here, I think he'll be able to queue it up for you. Have to go now. Watch the next time you stream. Awesome, yeah. So for anyone who's new here, Monday and Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. So in 2 days from now, we'll be streaming again. What will we be streaming? I don't know yet. We'll be deciding at the end of today's stream. But thank you.
Yeah, so you see, this guy is pretty good. I mean, he's fun to listen to, right? No different to say Tyler One or TF Blade, the likes, right? What is this guy talking about?
I don't know. It just seems like literally every year it's less and less people watching it. Like, I think like everyone's just, which I don't know. Like after this,
Okay,
like,
this
after
is
all
perfect.
this
This is perfect. Okay, So do you remember the girl I showed you, Kaylee? She is French MMA and she likes fighting. So she's like the fighting chick. And this chick is also fighting chick. And she's also exactly the same. She is also good looking. She has a camera. But Kaylin, she has like more than 100 times more viewers than this lady here, right? So if we compare like to like, right?
Like, that's like.
Nice weather, but it's way too hot.
So you see, like,
It's quite like hot. I brought like I brought this, so I started the stream with this, but it was like way too hot.
It's unneeded. Hardy Boys? Wait, what about the Hardy Boys? They gotta have that young poet at the halftime show.
so again, right? Again, completely random. You have to be famous to be doing well on stream. I already checked that. I mean, completely random. You have to be good at the game to be good at streaming. That is not true. Just you can check a lot of people who are top 10 players in their region on their servers, right, which is like prestigious in the gaming world, and they barely have any viewers. It's completely random. You have to play a popular game to have many viewers. That's a very common one, right? People say, oh, if you want to make a lot of money, stream things like League of Legends or stream things like Fortnite, right? But again, if you look at, let's say, Fortnite, let's just pick Fortnite, low to high, zero viewers, zero views. I mean, these people, oh, look, this guy, let's see.
Can you follow my friend? Yo, Josie? No. And not Nislis?
Okay, so again, how is that person different to Tyler One or to or Ninja or what's another guy? Yasuo, like in League of Legends, right? Like it's exactly the same. Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly the same. I'll put him into this guy here. All right. So we are on. Okay, so he's playing a very popular game and he has 7 viewers right now. So that is not true as well. You have to be doing streaming for a long time to have many viewers. Again, that is not true because I'll tell you, this girl here, I mean, she started streaming only, I think, November last year. This girl, I have to say, surprises me because she is literally like, I do not understand why she has so many viewers, right? I literally don't understand. If we just view her stream, well, she shows a lot of her body a lot, but I mean, there are a lot of people who do that on Twitch. But I mean, she started late, right? She started late. She's not particularly good looking. She's okay entertaining wise. There are a lot of people who do the same thing, like dancing, talking to the audience, reading off chat. And she has like 2,000 sometimes more viewers. So completely random, right? Completely random. And then the final one I saw an article and they said like you have to stream a lot to like you have to stream every single day for like 12 hours, the usual mumbo jumbo that successful people tell you. Oh, I work 120 hours per week, I sleep like 6 hours. That's bullshit, right? Like Pokimane, she's one of the main streamers, she only streams 4 days a week. Ninja will tell you that he streams 12 hours per Ninja. Man, how is he not here? Has to be here, right? Oh, there he is. Look, right? So he says he streams 12 hours per day. All right, so if you look at his schedule, he doesn't do that. 5 hours here. All right, that's 6 hours here. 6 hours, 8 hours, 8 hours, 6 hours, right? Monday was off for him. Off, off, off. So this week he worked only that's 12, like 12 hours per week. You see? Off, off. Again, 2 days off. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's not an indicator as well. So again, all right. So to sum it all up, is Twitch streaming or just playing computer games and trying to make a living a feasible strategy for a person who wants to make a lot of money? And I'll tell you, it's probably the worst. Probably the worst. Why? Because first of all, there is no proven formula how it works. It's completely random. Number two, there is no guarantee that it's going to continue, right? So for example, let's say you are Wings of Death is a good example of that, right? His stream went up to like 6,000 viewers, right? Everything was going well. Now he's barely 1,000, right? Barely 1,000. Okay, so his income is very the income is very unstable, and furthermore, the industry is tiny. So in order for you to make a lot of money, you got to be the top of all time. And we already concluded there is literally no formula for that. So you are entering into an industry that is tiny, and you're flipping a coin, hoping that it's going to land. Now, what happens? What is the worst case scenario if you enter into the industry and let's say you think to yourself, what's the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario is $358 per year, right? So that is very, very small. Not worth your time at all. Keep away, basically what I'm trying to say. Do it as a hobby, but betting on it in the long term, waste of your time. Take care.